Hello everybody, welcome to the Be Prepared channel. I'm your host, Longstone Tim. Well, I finally got my stacking stakes in Friday and started working on my raised composite raised bed. This is a 1 foot high composite raised bed. Just got it put together, put the 32 cubic feet of material that goes in there. It's compost, peat, and vermiculite. And finally got the thing together. Now, the kit, once I got through the stumbling block of having the stacking stakes missing, once I got those in, putting it together wasn't real difficult. The only thing that really becomes a little bit of a challenge at first is trying to figure out how these ends go on. So one side is on the, so for example here, one side is on the bottom of the bed coming in, and then the other side is on the top. Okay, so you just basically have to figure out going down back and forth, how they look. The thing that's neat about this particular style is that it's round, and this actually can be turned and can be made into different shapes. So this bed is actually kind of flexible from that perspective. I'm not real crazy about how these plastic planks are made. They're hollow in the center. I've got to go down to the local big box store here soon and get some lattice, cedar lattice, to make the 1 foot squares on top of the bed, and I'm going to have to screw into the top of these. I don't know how long these are really going to last, and that's the reason that I kind of suggested that, knowing what I know now, I might have done it differently, you know, such as to go ahead and get the 2x12 Douglas fir or redwood or whatever I could find and make them that way. So I'll have to see, because I know for a fact I bought 4 beds like this, the 1 foot high. These things are not cheap either. I bought the composite because I thought, okay, well, I want them to last, you know. I don't want to be redoing this every few years. And, you know, looking at it now, I don't know, I would say maybe, you know, maybe I'm overthinking it. So maybe it's a paralysis by analysis thing. I tend to do that. So that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. But I'm glad to see that I finally got this bed together. I'm going to be putting in some carrots and some peas and some spinach probably tomorrow. Now, what I'm working on at the moment, I'm going to be back up here. So in between here, I've got a bunch of manure and wood chips that I had left. Not much, just a small pile. But over here I'm working on my experimental hugelcultur bed. Now hopefully you can hear me, because this wind is just howling today. Every weekend that I've been out here working, it's just been absolutely crazy. The weather, everything from rain to snow to, you know, wind that will blow you away, and today's a wind that'll blow you away day. But here's the basis of my hugelcultur bed. I just started stacking the tree that we cut down. On this end, I actually have the logs from the tree that I cut down. On this other end, I actually ran out of the logs. I'm stacking some on the very end down here that I've got, but in the center of this piece down here, there are a few logs down in there, but a lot of it is wood chips, you know, from wood chips that we had, and leaf litter and stuff like that. So I'm not sure how this end of the bed is going to actually hold up compared to the end that's got, you know, most of the big logs. But I wanted to back up and let you see this. Now, the other thing I'm concerned about is that I chose to put this thing right outside my back door. And I'm not sure that was a great place to put it, because, you know, in permaculture we talk about, you know, zone 0, zone 1, zone 2, starting zone 0 and going out. You want to put the things that you're going to tend the most frequently the closest to the house. So that's why my raised bed is right here by the shed, right outside the back door. This will be a path once this wood chip and manure is actually put up on the big hugelcultur bed. But this bed, hopefully I didn't make a mistake in choosing to put it this close to the house. I still have plenty of space from the house out, but I'm going to be putting in a patio this year, hopefully. My summer projects here is to get patio done. But what we got here is the beginnings of the foundation layer. Now I'm going to go ahead and go back out to the corner of my lot and start grabbing some of those branches and limbs that are left from the top of the tree, and I'm going to go ahead and bring those up, and I'm going to start breaking them up, putting them on top of here in about a foot thick layer. Right now this is about, I guess about 2.5, 3 feet. Well, it depends. Down here it's about 3 feet. Down here it's about 2. So I'm going to put about another foot or so of material on top of that. And then from there I'll go ahead and put this manure and wood chip mulch on top of that. And then from there I'll start looking at my finishing layers to go over the top of the hugelcultur bed. When it's done, it'll be 4 to 5 feet tall, and we'll see how this works out. Now I'm really hoping that this experiment is successful. I'm hoping to see some beautiful tomatoes and things like that growing out of this bed this year. And I'm hoping that it will require minimal watering and will be a wonderful addition to the garden. And if it works out well, and I know they say the first year you should expect that this wood is going to absorb a lot of nutrients out of the soil as it becomes the sink for all of this. And then the second year and subsequent years, as it starts to break down and release it, then is when you start to have a really good garden year. But I'm hoping by putting enough nitrogen and nutrients in the top of this bed, I hope you can hear me with all this wind. It's just absolutely insane. My hat's been a kite today about 15 times. I'd be a track star if I wasn't so fat and old. But what I've got here is I'm going to go ahead and try to pile as much of this nitrogen and carbon material on the top of this thing and make sure it started off getting it really good and soaked and wet, and let the battery start to charge. Just think of it like a big battery, and that's what we're doing. We're basically building a big battery to absorb the nutrients and have it gradually release over a very long period of time. So I wanted to show this to you. I wanted to show you my first raised bed. I was going to put the second raised bed up right here, but I've got the tree service guys coming back over to take out a stump this week, and I'm afraid that if I put that second bed up, they might not be able to get in here. I've got a gigantic pile of junk up next to my door that I've got to take out to the dump, and a whole bunch of garden material for these beds that sticks way out, so I can't really put the second bed today, which I'm really annoyed because I've actually got 4 of them to get done. But I want you to see the hugelcultur bed. I want you to see the raised bed. I'm going to continue working on the hugelcultur bed today, and try to get the rest of this material piled up on here and get this done so that it's out of the way. And I'll give you guys an update as we get this completed. So I hope you've enjoyed this. If you like what you see, check out the BePreparedChannel.com, and we'll catch you next time.